Thank you for being here and welcome to Jonah Field.
For more than 13 years, Tom Burman has led Wyoming athletics to unprecedented heights. Now his expertise and leadership we felt on a national scale. Hi, I'm Jesse Kurtz in the Mountain West Network studio, where I'm pleased to head to the high plains of LARAMIE, Wyoming, and bring in the leader of the Pokes, Tom Burman. Sir, appreciate you making some time for us today.
Jesse, thank you for having me. My pleasure.
Well, let's talk about the exciting news. On Wednesday, you were named as one of 13 members of the newest College Football Playoff Selection Committee. How excited are you and honored for this appointment?
Oh, it's a special honor. You know, you look at the committees that are available in the world of college sports and college football in particular, and this is one of the premier committees, and it's just an honor to be a part of it.
Well, you recently sat on a call to learn maybe your responsibilities on this committee. For what things will you be responsible for, and what are some of your goals sitting on this very prestigious committee?
Well, the primary responsibilities are to select the semifinalists, the 4 teams, place them, seed them, and then select the top 25 national ranked teams in the country, and select the New Year's Day bowl games, and make sure that we have great matchups all the way through the system, and then turn it over to the committee, the CFP, and let them run one of the great championships in all the world of sports.
Well, this is a part of a very big January for you personally. Last week, you were recognized by the Wyoming We the People, the Citizen and Constitution Group, which is a civic education organization. Now, the group recognized your civic leadership by bringing the members of the Black 14 back to the University of Wyoming campus last fall to commemorate the 50th anniversary of the events back in 1969. Only 5 such awards for significant contribution as a citizen have ever been presented. How big and how exciting was that day for you?
Well, it was a great honor, but like most things in life, you can't take all the responsibility for it. There was a great group of people on this campus that were passionate about this project. I tip my hat to the members of the Black 14. It's been 50 years, and it's long overdue, and the opportunity for me to play a part in building a bridge and making sure that the members of that group knew how much they were appreciated. And we just want them to know they're Wyoming Cowboys. And what happened 50 years ago was 50 years ago, and now it's time to embrace and be Cowboys and support each other. And it was a wonderful weekend that we had here on campus, and we were able to honor them in a glorious manner.
Well, in your 13 plus years at the University of Wyoming, you have spearheaded over $100 million in facility projects, continuing to raise the bar and give Cowboy and Cowgirl student athletes the tools necessary to compete at the highest level. How fun has it been for you to see the transformation of that campus over the last decade or so?
It's been an honor, and like anything, it takes a lot of people from the private sector. In our case, the state of Wyoming has to participate, so we've had great legislative support. But you know, we're over $120 million in construction projects and more coming. The reality of it is we hadn't done anything as far as facility enhancements for decades here at the University of Wyoming, and now we're catching up and we're doing it the right way. And it's having an enormous impact on our program. And these next phases will have an enormous impact both on our fans and our student athletes. So we're looking forward to it.
Well, you've had a front row seat to some of the biggest moments in Wyoming athletics history. When you look back on your tenure, what are some of those moments that rise to the top that you always think about?
Wow. There's a lot of really good moments, but off the top of my head, obviously hosting the championship game, beating Boise State on Jonah Field at War Memorial Stadium, beating Missouri last year with a great crowd and great atmosphere, winning the Mountain West basketball tournament, going to the NCAAs with some great players and great young men representing us, winning the women's NIT basketball championship in front of 15,000 people was unique. There aren't many places in the country that could pack 15,000 people in to see a WNIT championship. I could go on forever. We raised 5,000. We have 5,000 annual Cowboy Joe members, which is the largest booster group in the conference. That was an unbelievable accomplishment, and I could go on, but there's a lot of great things that have happened, and we just got more to do.
Well, we look forward to that. Finally, You're a Wyoming guy through and through. You received an undergraduate degree from the University of Wyoming back in 1988. Does that make this rise and being the leader of this athletics department even more special for you, that you're a Wyoming guy through and through?
Well, I mean, obviously I'm a Wyoming guy and I went to school here, so sometimes I have to balance the challenge of being an administrator and being a fan. And really, that was early on in my career. That was very hard. I've learned to kind of compartmentalize things. It's been a challenge. The other part that's sometimes a challenge, but it also helps us in many other areas, is, you know, I'm very accessible. I have a lot of friends that I went to school with that I've known, and I'm available to them. So I get input a lot, and I appreciate it, but that part is a little bit challenging, probably more than most ADs have to deal with. But it's an honor to be here. This is a great place. It's a unique place. When you're the only show in the state, you're the professional team, you're the college team, you're the most important team, and I love the opportunity to be here.
Oh, Mr. Burman, thank you for the time today. Thank you for your leadership over the last 13 plus years here in the Mountain West, and congratulations once again on your appointment to the College Football Playoff Selection Committee.
Thank you, Jesse.
That's Tom Burman, the Director of Athletics at the University of Wyoming and one of the newest members of the College Football Playoff Selection Committee. This feature has been brought to you by Mountain America Credit Union, the official credit union of the Mountain West. From the Mountain West Network studio, I'm Jesse Kurtz.